Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, together as usual to keep you updated on absolutely everything. So remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. We are entering into the final week almost of the summer transfer window. Movements will be absolutely crazy, so stay tuned for all the very latest. Let me start today with a here we go, because Fabinho, the Brazilian midfielder who left Al Ittihad at the end of the season, available as a free agent, he was also with the Brazilian national team at the World Cup, is now going to become a new Trabzonspor player. There is a verbal agreement between Trabzonspor and the agent of the player, Jorge Mendes. Fabinho will travel to Turkey in the next 24-48 hours for medical test and contract signing, and so Fabinho ready for a chapter in Turkish football, and then we will have to follow more developments. I can reveal something to you, but Aston Villa were considering the possibility to sign Fabinho. Aston Villa were in discussions with Fabinho, then they decided to go for another free agent in the same position, Leon Goretzka. The deal is agreed also for Goretzka to Aston Villa. Goretzka will have his medical next week. Everything is set to be completed, and so Goretzka to Villa, Fabinho to Trabzonspor, and two big names among midfielders available on the free are set to find a new club. Talking about midfielders, Carlos Baleba completed his medical as a new Manchester United player. The contracts between the two clubs are signed. So, Man United have their new midfielder, £65 million plus 5 in add-ons, sell-on clause, 5-year contract, 1-year option. Good luck to Carlos Baleba, who's going to be the new midfielder for Michael Carrick. Talking about deals of the night, what I can tell you now, guys, is that a few minutes ago, a new direct contact between Manchester City and Palmeiras took place for the 22-year-old winger, Allan. And Palmeiras are going very, very strong for this one. They absolutely confirmed to Manchester City that their original intention was to keep the player, but my understanding is that Manchester City are ready to pay little bit more than 40 million euros with the dons. And so the structure of the deal is going to be around total 40 million euros plus some add-ons. And Manchester City are very confident now to close the deal in the next 24-48 hours. I think early next week, Allan will join Manchester City and Omar Marmoush will join Tottenham. This is the expectation. Let's wait for the formal steps. It's not done yet, but tonight, Allan is very close to becoming a new Manchester City player. Talking about top players, also an important day on the Lautaro Martinez story. I was never building this story too much in terms of hype and in terms of reporting on my account, despite many Barcelona fans asking me if Lautaro Martinez is going to be the new striker for Barca. Why? Because Inter position, and when I say Inter, is the ownership, the president, the sporting director, the coach, everyone at the club. Inter position has always been Lautaro is not for sale. We want Lautaro to stay. We don't want to negotiate for Lautaro. So for the last 3-4 days, despite all the reports, all the rumors, Inter always maintained this stance in private, and now in public with their president, with Lautaro Martinez starting for Inter in the opening game against Monza, the president Marotta said, Lautaro is going to stay with us. It's not even a topic of discussion. You should not even report about this, Marotta said, because Lautaro is our captain, our history, and we count on him. So Inter closed doors of this Lautaro Martinez story. On Julian Alvarez for Barcelona, there is still no substantial update. The update of the day is that Julián is called up for Atletico Madrid opening game at home at the Metropolitano, and so it's going to be important to follow the game, to see also the reaction by Atletico Madrid fans. At the moment, still no development on Barcelona. What I can tell you on Arsenal is that Arsenal told those close to the deal to maintain them informed in case Julián decides to open doors to Arsenal and to English football. As of today, the position of Julián is still the same, not to Arsenal, Barcelona, but it's not to Arsenal. Julián is not rejecting Arsenal. Julián only wants to go to Barcelona. So that's the reality. It's not about Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, Bayern, PSG. Julián wants to go to Barcelona, and this remains the position of the player. This has not changed. But Arsenal, after the contact they had on Friday with Atletico Madrid, meeting in London, Arsenal wanted to be informed by the player side in case something changes. So Arsenal message is, okay, we respect that the player is very expensive, but financially you can still try to find a way. We respect that the player wants to go to Barcelona, but in case in the next 8 days Julián changes his mind and says, okay, I go to Arsenal, In that case, Arsenal want to get the information in order to re-enter the deal. So keep an eye still on this situation. But at the moment, Julián's position remains clear. He wants to go only to Barcelona. Talking about Barca, guys, another update I wanted to give you is about an interesting boy, very interesting boy. And it's the striker Abdel Kader Hamza, the Egyptian striker who joined Barcelona in the January transfer window from Al Ahly. I think we should give credits to Deco and to Joao Amaral, who is the head of scouting at Barcelona, because they signed this boy out of nowhere on loan with a buy option clause at 2.5 million euros in the January transfer window out of nowhere as an opportunity on the market. And then they signed the boy on a permanent deal in the summer, and this boy in pre-season was fantastic. So doing very well. He was part of the Egyptian national team at the World Cup. So Hamza is seen as a very talented boy. My understanding is that Barcelona have already started the conversations and the negotiations with a direct meeting in order to try reach an agreement on a new contract for Hamza. At the moment, it's still not done, it's still not closed, it's just the opening of the negotiations, but Barca have started the conversation for Hamza to stay at the club and continue as a Barcelona player for the long term. That's not in doubt, because the contract is already long, there is nothing urgent, no problem. But Barca see a big potential in this boy, and so they prefer to give him a new contract now rather than finding themselves in the position maybe in 1 year, in 2 years, with Hamza with a very small salary compared to his potential, and that could be a problem. So Barcelona are very happy with Hamza, and Hamza is obviously very happy also with Barca. Let me close something on Chelsea as well, because 2 players are expected to leave Chelsea before the end of the summer transfer window. Dario Sugo, who is available on loan. There is Strasbourg as a possibility for the player. Chelsea are suggesting that opportunity. And then there is Hull City asking for the boy. My understanding is that Dario Sugo would be open to join Hull City on a loan deal from Chelsea, but Chelsea prefer Strasbourg. It also depends on what happens with Mykhailo Mudryk. Mykhailo Mudryk is the next player who is going to leave Chelsea in the next days. He's going to be alone. I told you 10 days ago, I confirmed my information. Mudryk is leaving. Mudryk is going to play on loan. He needs to play. That's what Chelsea believe, and the player as well. There is an offer from Leeds United rejected by Chelsea, but Leeds United are still there. So Leeds are pushing to sign Mudryk, and Mudryk wants to stay in Premier League. Mudryk wants to play Premier League football. So let's see what Chelsea decide, because Chelsea for a few days were suggesting Strasbourg as a solution also for Mudryk, but the player prefers Premier League. So there will be conversations on these topics, but for sure another very interesting one to follow. On this and much more, guys, I will keep you updated in the next days. So remember to stay tuned here on the channel, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. We are here together every single day. And so, guys, I will see you very soon here on YouTube. Let me know your opinions or everything. Fabinho, Baleba, Lautaro, Julián, Hamza, Allan, Sugo, Mudryk, and all the rest.